Welcome back to my final morning report chart appraisal on Wednesday the 27th of July with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Anton Markets. Let's look at gold. And we've got this gold chart that is another one that basically is consolidating. It's sort of held up above the 1310 support now for the past sort of few days really, and to be honest it's actually been trading in a 25 tick band pretty much for the past sort of 7 or 8 days, between 1335 and 1310, and it's not really showing any significant signs of breaking that, although you have a very mild corrective bias. RSI is sort of flattening off around 50, MACD lines flattening off above neutral, but the stochastics are still falling, so there is still that slight corrective bias. But you look at the gold chart here, in the last few days really, it's not really gone anywhere. I think it is consolidating in front of the Fed. That 1325 level that I spoke about yesterday is a basis of resistance really, isn't it? Sort of between 1320 to 1325 seems to be where you get the sort of selling pressure coming back in. And I say selling pressure, it's not really selling pressure, it's basically an apprehension about pushing it higher. 1335 is the key resistance near term now, that having been resistance for the last couple of weeks really, so a break above that and a close above that I think would be strong, but to be honest there is still, as I said, this mild corrective bias falling away on the gold price in the last few weeks in front of the Fed and the BOJ, but I think the Fed and BOJ will create a bit of volatility for the gold price, and ultimately I think gold is going to start to pull higher. 1306 is my sort of key medium to longer term buying opportunity level, where you start to see that excellent sort of breakout from the longer term chart perspective, and I think that ultimately gold is tracking higher, but for now the near-term outlook is still very slightly corrective. The Fed is not going to be doing anything I think tonight, so ultimately I don't think that gold is going to move too much tonight, but I think it's going to move more on the Bank of Japan on Friday, and again I think if the Bank of England eases next week, I think these two key central banks are going to induce another rally on gold, which is why we're starting to settle into this correction, and less sort of accelerating lower. The speed of that correction is slowing because I think those central banks are ahead and they're going to have significant easing measures that will ultimately provide support for gold. So I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow. Thank you.